Hi, welcome to video number 10 with Owen Campbell. Today I interview Owen about how he first started playing music, his influences, and the music that he plays that took him all around the world to busk and play at different festivals. So over to you, Owen. Oh well, I've got Owen Campbell here, and Owen's going to play at Girrakool next year, and we're really excited to have Owen on board and playing under the big top tent next year. So welcome to the interview, Owen.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. It's a great little festival, I've heard. So yeah.
Excellent. So what I kind of always ask this standard question, like what got you into music? I mean, you must have started at an early age because and you're self-taught too?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, well, I started playing when I was about 9. I was just a very musical family. I mean, my dad and mum always took us to folk festivals, and so there was constantly music in our world. And I got into it. I started playing at 9, and for the first couple of years, I had lessons, and then when I was about sort of 13, I just got into writing, and so I just stopped taking lessons because I didn't want to learn Metallica, or I didn't want to learn the hits of the time. I just wanted to write my own stuff. So it started there, and I'm 35 now, so it's ongoing.
So you play like slide guitar, and you kind of do the same thing like Ben Harper does, or whatever, a lap on your lap a lot of the time. Is that?
Yeah.
How did you get to that? Like, is that just something you saw someone do?
Yeah, I did. When I was about 17, I was running these open mic nights in Canberra, where I was living at the time. And this guy who's become a great friend of mine, Aaron Peace, he came out of the sticks and he was playing slide with an old spice jar. And, it was the first time I'd seen that. And I was just like, my God, this is a totally new dimension in the guitar and open tunings. So I really got stuck in, and I really started doing it a lot more when I was about 20. I started busking, and I just I had these. I'd buy 20 packs of CDs from Office Works and these crudely cut out covers, and I recorded some songs in a guy's bedroom, and so that was when I started really selling my own music. So I just started busking, and I was selling all these albums just made out of nothing, and then just worked it up from that.
Yeah. So you did a lot of
the slides always. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay on this.
Yeah, that's all right. So you did a lot of.
Sorry, go ahead.
You did a lot of busking overseas and playing like in festivals and different things overseas. Like, how did you just decide? Oh, one day I'm going to go overseas, and and play some music,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my mum's from Ireland and my dad's from Scotland. They immigrated here a few months before I was born, so I always had a connection to Ireland, and Scott would sometimes go over there. And I just started booking shows. I think it was MySpace back then. So I just I'd go over and visit relatives over there, and I'd just start pounding the pavement looking for gigs, and it just developed more and more. And it was a good little sort of cycle I had for a while there. I would busk, and I would save a lot of money from busking, and then that would fund overseas tours, and there would be shows and festivals, but also a lot of busking in between. So it's a great way to really develop what you're doing and really sharpen your tools,
Yeah. Well, that kind of leads me to like a little clip I got, which I found, which I think is great. When you were in Denmark, and you're at a bus stop, and you went, oh, well, I'll just pull out the phone, and start playing, film it. So.
Little town in Denmark called Skilscore. I thought I'd play you a little tune. The song's called Nashville High Rollers.
Take a ride on your sugar train, honey, ain't nothing here. He's a gambling beggar over Tennessee, have one.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like it. There's a number of things I really like about that clip. It's real, and you got to love real music. You know, and that's what you play. And you know, it's got a bit of wind noise, which is great. But you know, that slide. You know, that's a male. For me, I play a bit of slide. I love slide guitar. You know, for me, it's like so it says emotion so much. You know, more than almost any other style of guitar. Almost, you know? So
There's a certain.
So would who, you know, in slide guitar, I suppose, because you know we're on that now. What influence in slide, you know, do you have? You know, what's some of your favourite slide guitarists and things like that?
Let me see. R.L. Burnside.
Ooh.
He does a bit. Ry Cooder. Who else? I mean, I guess there was some John Butler stuff that I really dug back in the day. Yeah, I don't know. It's something that I do a lot, but I can't say there's much that I listen to. I mean, C6 Steve. I really loved his sort of grooves, and you know, his sort of minimalist kind of approach to it. I really dug it. It's a lot more rhythmic, and I mean, who have I been listening to? I bet it's been a real New Orleans sort of party at the moment. I mean, I've been listening to a lot of Dr. John, John Cleary, Alan Toussaint, because I was on tour in the US with Devon Allman's band, and his young guitarist Bobby Jr., who's gone out and doing his own stuff now, and he's a freak. He's the most incredible guitarist I think I've ever seen. But he really introduced me to a lot of this really cool New Orleans stuff, and that's kind of what I've been feeling a lot more recently. There's been more of a mix of stuff, because I'm working on New Hour at the moment, and there's a lot more. And Little Feat. Little Feat's a band that I've just, you know, and obviously the Allman Brothers, but you know, all of this stuff has been, you know, really inspiring. You know, it's not sort of straight up blues. It's this mix and melting pot of jazz and rhythm and blues and soul and country, and so that's the sort of stuff I've been really digging recently.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's a really good artist that my little girl, my little 7-year-old loves, and it's Anders Osborne from New Orleans. She's a big Anders Osborne fan. She sings his songs, and I love Sonny. Yeah, he's really cool. And Sonny Landreth's another classic New Orleans slide guitarist. Really good.
Yeah,
really
cool.
Different style and that. But so from now, like you've just done another album, I think it was. Tell us a bit of process of like recording and, you know, figuring out, you know, what to do next.
Yeah, well, the last album I did, I recorded it in Memphis with Devon Allman. He produced it, and it was a great experience. But the last two albums I've had, there's been, you know, a lot of pressure from producers, a lot of pressure from management, a lot of financial pressure. And so this new album, I've done it with a circle of musicians that are my, you know, great friends and people that I've worked with for years. and we've done it out at my friend's farm studio out in Cootamundra. So it's a completely different feeling on this one, and a lot more raw. I'm proud of the last album that I did, but it was a little bit overproduced, I felt. So I'm just getting back to the bare bones with this one, and just really nutting out, you know, just for lack of a better word, a more organic sort of finish. And so it's been slow getting it together, but we're about halfway there.
Yeah, right. Well, look, I might just, you know, play, I think it's called Sunshine.
Sunshine Road.
That's the one, yeah. I might just play a little bit just so people can just hear it, because it is actually quite produced.
This is my first album. Yeah, I mean, they're all, I guess, because a lot of people are introduced to my music, me doing it solo. So whenever they hear a band in the production, it feels like too much, you know.
Yeah,
but yeah. This song, I recorded this album in, I think, 2011. So it's a bit of an old one.
Let's have a little listen.
But yeah, it's still one of my favourites. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I need. What I need. Well, I don't need much. I don't have much. You're sitting down the dark road. Sitting in the rain cold. Oh, but Lord, I'm needing just one thing. And that's a little bit of sunshine. I'm needing sunshine. Yeah, the rainy day, I know I need to get her back home. Well, I'm a lonely man. I'm a holy man.
That was a while ago.
Yeah. So you're singing. You got a great voice, I must say. Have you had singing lessons?
Thank you.
Have you had singing lessons before? Like
No.
No, just from the heart.
No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like it's, you know, when I listen to that, it's you know, I mean, I guess we're always our worst critic, but I listen to that, I'm like, oh, I'm a bit yeah. I think it's like anything, you know. The more you do, the more you develop it. And right now, I feel, you know, I feel sort of stronger in my music than I ever have. But you know, there comes time and experience.
Yeah. So what, like, just I suppose to wrap it up, what can we expect at Girrakool, you know, like from you?
Oh, I'm doing a solo set. There's going to be a lot of that slide stuff, but yeah, a lot of new material, just some solid tunes.
Yeah, that's great.
Mud.
Thanks so much for taking the time to get to have this interview, and you know, I realise that the connection's a bit edgy, isn't it, at times, but you know, it's all good because it's real, and we're so looking forward to Owen playing at Girrakool, mate. You're on. We've got, like, the day you're playing, we've got there's a big barbecue competition on, which is going to be, it's crazy, you know, like that barbecue pitmasters thing on. That's getting judged on one side. There's the big tent, you know, so it's like, it's going to be a big day. Actually, we're trying to.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, cool. Oh, well, thanks heaps, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.